Hi, Tanya. So, I'd like to begin by asking you, what movement do you advocate for and why do you call yourself an activist?
So basically, I advocate for the animal rights movement, which is it incorporates veganism, so the equal treatment of all species of animals because they're equally sentient and deserving of rights. So I think this movement's super important because we're all compassionate people, we're all empathetic, and yeah, we can empathise with animals, so we shouldn't naturally be exploiting them for our own personal gain. And I think this also incorporates lots of human rights issues because by extending empathy towards animals, we're by default also extending empathy and compassion towards all humans. An activist to me is someone who's vocal about social rights and cares about human rights, animal rights, environmental rights, and I think they're leaders for change and they're people who want to evoke change and are actively doing so by attending events, sharing things on social media, basically just engaging in this discourse around rights and morals and ethics.
Yeah, and how do you think social media plays a role in activism?
Social media plays a role by being that platform for people to share their ideas, share their feelings, share evidence of social injustices, and by sharing them, they will reach a wider audience and allow people to relate to the movement and also become involved in the movement. And that's what creates the change, by people sharing things on social media and actively engaging in those conversations about what needs to change and how.
So, tell me about a recent campaign that you were involved in.
So the Animal Activist Collective is a campaign that uses slaughterhouse footage in the streets of Melbourne to show people the truth behind slaughterhouses in Australia. We hold the screens and the footage is basically just playing on a loop and people can watch the screens as they're walking past.
And how effective do you think that was?
Yeah, I think it's super effective in getting people talking about veganism and why it's important, because this cruelty just goes under the radar otherwise.
And from what I'm aware of, you operate several social media accounts such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. How do you use these platforms to promote your message?
I attend some activism events and I basically share my own thoughts and feelings and the footage or photos that I've taken at those events on my social media accounts. And in doing that, people get to see how animals are treated on slaughterhouse trucks, for example, and things like that they wouldn't otherwise be exposed to. I think by sharing those photos and videos, people become more aware and they also have the opportunity to share them to their friends, and it just has a wider reach on social media that way.
So do you think that this is the most effective way?
Yeah, with activism, if you're advocating for feminism, for example, you can have sort of direct events that will have a huge impact because females are directly involved in that, but animals don't have a voice, so you need to put things online and share videos, otherwise people are never going to be exposed to those things, and there's no way of you really holding public demonstrations that are going to reach as many people.
And do you think that there are any limitations to using social media?
I guess the fact that it's not face-to-face, anything you see online is yeah, like it's through a screen, so you're not actually there, and you're not possibly not as deeply affected by it. I think that, I think if people were to involve themselves more in the movement by attending these events, I think that would have a bigger impact on them personally. But I don't think that that's enough. I think that you need to share those photos and videos online so that other people can also have the same experience, and so you can just reach more people. Like it will obviously impact you more deeply if you're there, but that's just not possible for everyone, kind of thing.
Yep, so you think that maybe social media has a bigger potential?
Yeah, the potential to share things to a wider audience and reach more people and get the message across to more people. People have sort of told me that they've seen my videos, for example, and that's made me feel like it's worth it. With social media, you find out about the events, and that's how you meet all the similar people who are interested in activism and want to make change. And I've met so many people through social media, like through Facebook events mainly, just attending the same events and connecting through veganism. And I think it's been the best for that, because there's no way that I'd even be aware of activism opportunities if it wasn't for the events on Facebook.